Now, going from a great inspirational clip to a total douchebag.
All right, so we're going to do something a little different tonight. Earlier in the show, I want to make it official. We want people on our shit list, the Worst Show Ever podcast shit list, right?
This show is really about being on a shit list, and because really, people aggravate the fuck out of me, and there's a lot of people that are on my shit list, and you need to be called out on your shit list. So car dealerships. Who else? There's a lot of.
We're adding. Well, this guy is going to be the first.
Actually, yeah.
Good. He's going to be the first guy on our shit.
Good call. This day starts the shit list. We've been having a shit list for a year now, but we're marking this shit list down. Where's a blank piece of paper?
I have to get up and open my thing. Use that cardboard.
Yeah. Okay. So I got chocolate and shit all over it. Okay. So here we go. See, people of America and the world, right here. This is going to be the new. This is gonna be the new shit list. Yeah. So, I'm gonna date.
Here's a pen. Would you like a pen better?
Yes, please. Thanks, Daddy.
You're welcome.
So today's date was what?
Today's the 23rd of May.
Okay,
2021.
Here, I'll write up here shit list, and this will go on every week. We're gonna add to the shit list.
Yeah.
So 5/23, we got car dealerships.
All car salesmen.
Car salesmen. Because they're all con artists. It's all a scam.
Yeah.
They're just you're getting fucked with.
They should be rounded up.
Also on 5/23, and our next shit list person is.
It's gonna be this guy. Now hold on a second. I forgot his name.
It's right there, right? Hari Srivasan. Oh no.
No. Just we'll watch. We'll add it to the list. So this guy, I can't remember his name, but he's a so-called comedian.
Yeah.
An American of Indian ethnicity, born here though. He's born
the country of India.
Yeah, he's born here. He's an American.
But
so I think his whole career is based off of bitching about Apu from The Simpsons. Okay. That's how this guy came to notoriety.
Okay, first off, here's a tactic that people need to stop doing: is whomever you are, if you could fit into a category where you could somehow perceive something as offensive, and then you go after it, and then you use yourself as an example, unless it is a true injustice, because yes, there can be true injustices, but we live in a pretty damn good society, and this guy is going after Apu from The Simpsons, and I don't think Apu was meant to be offensive or racist or whatever. He's just a guy with an accent at a convenience store. It's not...
Here's his name, by the way. So his name is Hari...
It's right there. Srivasan?
It's no. It's Hari, Hari, Kon. Da. Bolu. So Kondabulu.
Okay.
Bolu.
I'm going to put in parentheses Apu hater.
So yeah, basically this guy is he's a self-described comedian.
Well, yeah, because here
which I don't know how that happened, but
I don't know shit about this guy, but here's the one down. He couldn't make it for shit in his comedy career because he's probably just average, probably nothing that make him a living, whatever. So he decided, you know what? I have an outlet here. I could go after Apu from The Simpsons and get him kicked.
I could dick ride Apu.
Yeah,
and because right now, being a victim, having that victim mentality, it's so popular.
That's what I was trying
Everybody wants to be a victim.
Right.
So he's jumping on this.
Yeah.
Right? Now, this is a couple years old. But we didn't have a show a couple years ago when this came out.
That's exactly the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
People, unless you're a true victim, stop playing the victim card. Because you know what? True victims usually man up and they are better people and they don't keep rehashing something. They become a better person. And
claiming you're a victim, right? Yeah. Nowadays, you can gain notoriety, you can gain power from it.
Yeah.
So now
like I'm saying, if you're truly a victim, someone say broke into your house and murdered your family based off
set your dog on fire,
your race or religion or sex. Yes, that is a true injustice. But having a cartoon character on a TV show that speaks with an accent that works at a convenience store.
I love Apu.
I love Apu.
One of my favorite characters.
Yeah, no shit.
Me and Derek, by the way, well, at least for me. Mm-hmm. I think you've mentioned it before, but I'm a big Simpsons fanboy. Love the fucking Simpsons.
I have enough Simpsons stuff so I could fill this whole entire wall. If I used to collect that. I love Simpsons. My favorite cartoon.
The classic era of Simpsons is, to this day, still the best animated television.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't even come close. I could watch season 5, 6 episodes on repeat. Never get tired of it. It's so fucking funny. It literally it was the template for a whole generation of comedians and artists and shit that came out after it. It really revolutionized TV.
Right.
How dare you come after The Simpsons?
Right, exactly. And like my life would not be what it is today without The Simpsons. It made my childhood growing up such a joy and something I got to look forward to. Yep. And you know what? I'm calling this fucker out.
Hari Kondabalu.
Hari Kondabalu. I hope you're listening to this because I don't want to polygraph you, and I want to see if you're actually honest about this, or if you're not trying to play a scam like these fucking car dealers.
Yes.
And trying to get attention playing this victim card. Do you really feel offended? Are you just looking?
Derek, let's play a little bit of it.
I haven't seen anything about this. I'm just assuming everything right now.
I love that.
Just assuming. I'm probably right.
Let's watch a little bit of it. All right, and then we're going to examine, because I have already seen this.
So he's a comedian and documentary filmmaker.
Allegedly.
Well, that's,
by the way, he's done nothing
first
since
off, this ain't very funny getting a character kicked off a TV show.
A beloved character.
Yeah,
from a beloved show.
Which, by the way, that's not very funny.
They kicked the fucking character off the show. They retired the character.
That's so fucked up. One person who could just play a victim or be bent out of shape, if they bitch enough, they'll eventually... That's bullshit.
There's two
that
things,
is bullshit.
Here's two things... And fuck you, by the way, to the powers that be with The Simpsons, because Simpsons has been on for 32 years. It's no longer what it was.
Yeah.
It's now just a billion-dollar franchise, merchandising machine.
Right.
That's the only reason it's even on. I mean, do you watch current?
Dude, I haven't
first-run episodes.
I haven't watched The Simpsons in like over 10 years.
They're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But here's two things they've done. Harry Shearer, the voice actor of Apu, won't do the character anymore, and he's come out like a little fucking weasel and apologized about it because he's in Hollywood and he wants to keep getting work. Mm-hmm. It's trendy. It's trendy to be a social justice person.
Yeah, and they're afraid because for some reason these the powers to be like to be in this like social justice thing that if you're not aligning with whatever thing that's going on at the moment, then you're going to get blackballed. So you have to be like, oh, that's wrong. Instead of just being like, it's a fucking joke. I'm not meant to be offensive. I want you guys to laugh. And that's it. The end of the story.
So he's retired doing the character and apologized it like a little bitch boy that he is. And the show will not do any characters voiced by a white actor doing a non-white character. Yeah. So all the I don't know who does the voice. Let's say, for example,
Bart,
Dr. Hibbert. I don't know who does that voice.
Bart's done by a woman.
Right. Exactly.
So someone had to just now connect.
Well, Bart's white though. It's voiced by a white woman.
Dude,
so that doesn't matter.
So I couldn't. You got to find the race of the person you're trying to.
So Dr. Hibbert. I am assuming whoever's doing the voice of Dr. Dr. Hibbert.
Yeah. What about Bleeding Gums Murphy?
Well, they retired that character, I think, in season 2, Derek.
Sacks on the beach?
No, I think that's a season 3. God, that's a really... that character they retired long ago. But I'm assuming Dr. Hibbert's now not going to be voiced by whoever's been doing it for the last fucking 30 years, which drives me insane. Right?
Okay, here...
It drives me nuts.
If I want to be stereotypical right now, when I think of Indian Americans, people that are born in India or have Indian heritage, I don't think convenience store people. I think doctors and very intelligent.
Well, they make money.
Very intelligent people, and they are.
Indian immigrants have the highest earning wages.
Yeah,
they're smart, immigrants in the United States.
And you think about it, every doctor's place, it's always like an Indian guy. So if there's a cartoon with an Indian doctor, then is that not allowed to? Is he offended by that?
I don't know.
And you know what? It's true. I do believe it seems like a lot of Indians own gas stations.
They do.
But you know what? I'm sure
every stereotype of Apu is accurate.
They seem to be doing good with the gas station.
Don't they own convenience stores and they go, "Thank you, come again"?
Yeah,
guys,
it's quite a success to run a business and own a gas station.
Well, who owns convenience stores? Indians and Middle Easterns. Every fucking convenience store in the hood is owned by one of those two
And that's
people.
Not being stereotypical or racist. That's just the truth.
This is what it is. Some stereotypes are true.
And there's nothing wrong with that. What is wrong with owning a business?
I don't know. But they do. They do own convenience stores. Yeah. Sorry.
Right. And seriously, what is wrong with that?
Nothing.
So if Apu was a doctor...
Because he says silly things on the... Thank you, come again. And then they can't deal with... Really, I mean, if it was voiced, I think... All right, let's pause there. Let's watch a little bit of this. My blood pressure is actually rising.
Right, yeah, I know.
feel myself because I love The Simpsons so much.
I know.
I would say like my 3 favorite characters: Homer, Apu, and Moe.
Yeah.
Those are my 3 favorite characters.
It's tragic.
Especially, I mean, from the classic era, some of the best episodes were the Apu-centric episodes.
Yeah. This country needs to stop operating like what went on, say, like in the 1970s and earlier, 60s, 50s, earlier, is still happening. It is not. This is the best time to ever live in any country ever.
This is the greatest country in the world.
Yeah,
guys.
greatest country
And
in the
it's not
world.
even close,
And
for
just
real.
stop hating on it. And simple enough, let's all get together and get along, because that's what I want. I want everyone to
Come
love
to
each
our
other.
house.
Right. You know what? If you guys want pure, straight love,
Yeah.
come to us. Because that's all I give is love.
Yes,
I don't
it's true.
hate anybody. I don't hate anything. You come to me, I will love you. And I will give
Join
you
our
all
cult.
my love.
Yeah, join our
Now, Hari Srinivasan catches up with comedian and documentary filmmaker Hari Kondabolu
You're not funny.
to look at the effects of exclusion and stereotyping in American comedy, entertainment, and media. They focus on the treatment of South Asians.
I can't think of anything. Sorry to interrupt this so early.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything like more ridiculous than these unfunny, this twat here,
Yeah.
PBS, this fucking guy,
The Simpsons.
telling the Simpsons what's fucking funny.
I'm honestly,
What the fuck are you talking about?
I truly think that Apu is someone to look up to. Like, I would look at him as a role model. Granted, it's a cartoon.
Do you get my point though?
Yeah.
These fucking unfunny cucks.
Yeah.
Telling the writers of the Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
The most legendary '90s show ever.
Yeah.
What is funny?
This is why I don't watch
The
news.
audacity of this.
This is why I don't watch news, because it will make my blood boil. And 2, all the people out there watching this, majority of them buy in to this shit, and they'd be like, yeah, that is true. That is wrong.
There's a certain minority of idiots. You're right about that. They will buy into it. They go, I've never seen it that way before.
I
but
hope that the majority of people that have somewhat of a brain and that can make reasonable decisions on their own and not just buy into this crap.
I do think the majority of people see through the bullshit of this. It's the media that is propping this bullshit up.
You know what? How about I make a documentary out there where I get treated like a piece of meat all the time?
That's true, guys.
You know?
And,
And you know what?
and Derek, you don't see Derek complaining.
You don't see me complaining, but granted, you know, if that happened to other people, maybe they get bent out of shape. But honestly, it's fucked up. I should carry a recording device, a camera, and you should hear all this shit that I hear all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And I just laugh at it. But other people could get so offended.
Yeah.
So, and how about I'm offended at being treated like a piece of meat? So, how
But
about
he
that?
secretly loves it, though.
Oh, I do.
Look at him. Look at him. Look how excited he is.
I love it. It's so good.
His little pecker is like, it's
Uh-huh.
just,
Dude, because here's the thing. For real quick, before we get too off track, the shit that is told to me on a daily basis is so far out of
hey,
line.
nice balls, guy.
Oh, yeah, dude, it would be like, hey, I want to just pull it on your pants. I want to suck on your balls or something. You know, it's like, it's so far out of line, but it's like, you know what? I appreciate it, though. I appreciate the audacity and the balls of someone. I don't tell me anything, please. It makes my day. I love it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I could be offended about it. I'm not a piece of meat, guys. Okay, I'm more than that.
Do you walk
I'm
by
more of a person.
Do you walk by a construction site and all the guys start whistling at you? Is that what happens?
They're like, pull up your skirt. And I shake my ass for them.
I'm just trying to walk guys to my job.
Leave me alone.
I'm not a person with feelings or something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a piece of meat. I have a heart and a soul.
No, Derek,
I'm
you
a
are
person.
just a piece of meat. Let's
Yeah,
get right. All right, you're
basically,
just-
honestly.
That's all you were put on this earth is to be looked at and fucking sexualized.
Yeah, that's
so just
yeah.
shut the fuck up and deal with
Dream
it.
come true, so
Yeah.
we're good to go.
All right, enjoy.
A scene in the character Apu of The Simpsons, the longest-running primetime scripted series on TV. It's part of our ongoing series, Race Matters.
We've had an amazing run the last few years with more Indians in the public eye than ever before. There's like 14
Wait.
of us now.
What show is he on?
So this segment here was from that Totally Biased with Kamau Bell. It was some late night bullshit show.
I'm sure it sucked.
It really it's a fucking
Disaster.
It's a comedy show.
Yeah.
But it's really just like, you know, them calling out shows they think are offensive. That's all it
so
was.
like the PC police.
Pretty much.
the
It was a
politically
PC late night comedy.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know why comedy's been invaded by just overtly politically correct
Yeah,
dorks.
yeah. You know what?
But it
you,
is.
You PC motherfuckers, if you want to call us out, you come here and let's just square off in the ring.
Yeah.
Let's just fight it out.
Yeah.
Solve the problem right there.
Yeah.
See who's man enough. Put on the gloves, and we'll go a few rounds.
Exactly.
And a story. That's how you solve the problem. Don't
And
be
we'll-
like,
and we'll-
oh my God, what he said hurt my feelings. Suck my dick.
Yeah.
And when
Get
you,
naked.
Yeah. And when you lose, you're gonna blow me.
We're all gonna
and you're gonna love it.
We're all gonna get naked
Yeah.
and join
We're
in.
all gonna, and then you know what? Once you wake up from your cum-induced coma, you're gonna be like, wow, that was great. You know what? I love the world now, and I see his viewpoint. It's great.
Well, as soon as you get the cum out of your eyes like this.
Yeah. You're like, oh, it's like a rebirthing. You're just like, wow.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
amazing.
Damn.
Truth.
Oh, hey, how'd I get up there? That's progress in real time.
Comic Hari Kondabolu has been thinking about how he fits into America as the son of immigrants for quite some time.
Hold on
Here
a
he
second.
is in
Just another thing. When I see him on the show, I don't think fucking anything. I
You
don't,
talking about Apu?
no, this
This guy?
I'm not thinking Indian American. I'm not thinking Apu. I just think this is just a dude.
I think
doing
he's
TV
a. I think he's a big nothing.
But exactly that's what I'm saying. Like an initial reaction. I'm not thinking about his ethnicity or his race or whatever. I'm just watching him do his bit, and the fact that he sucks at his bit, that's where he has to pull the bullshit cards in.
And we're gonna find out too, because this is a couple years old. This segment, we're gonna find out after we watch it what he's up to now. I haven't heard fucking shit out of this
Yeah,
guy.
because he really went down a dead end road.
I think this is all he's known for.
Yeah.
Is that he cockblocked Apu off the show.
Yeah, do you really want to be known as a cock blocker? Like
Imagine that. So what's your career like?
Yeah.
Oh, I cockblocked Apu off of The Simpsons. You know, that beloved Indian character.
Yeah, just so I could get attention. That's the only way I could get attention.
Yeah, I wasn't funny on stage, so I thought of a way I could be annoying. And because the media eats this shit up like it's gravy for some reason, that's the only notoriety I've ever had.
The media loves to get
Stirring the race
up
stuff.
and get things kicked off
Yeah.
the air, or things canceled, or people shunned. They love that.
They love stirring the race pot. There was, and no one thought.
which is
who was thinking of Apu when this came out? This is like
which really, honestly, for the news and stuff, that stuff should be like illegal, like a sin. Stirring the pot on stuff, that bullshit stuff like that. And getting
well,
people.
not to get too far into politics, but that's why I think people don't like the media. Who watches PBS NewsHour?
Not me.
Honestly, who watches that and goes, "Oh, that was great." Whatever they just did.
I watched This Old House on PBS.
Is it the Antique Show or whatever?
Well, that's Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, what's that? I don't know the other one.
This Old House is where they go into, like, they talk about home renovation and stuff. It's actually one of the longest running TV shows ever. It's great. I recommend it. I endorse This Old House. I love that show. It's a Sunday morning show. Puts you in a great mood.
The worst show podcast ever. We endorse it, I guess.
We endorse This Old House. I really do.
You're not on the shit list.
You'll never be on the shit list. Too fucking good.
12 on the Totally Biased with W. Kamau Bell show.
Growing up, I had no choice but to like this. Yeah.
Oh, look at how fake offended he is.
Apu, a cartoon character voiced by Hank Azaria, a white guy.
Kondabolu felt so
Oh my God. Doing fiction. Scripted comedy.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
So when someone voices a dog in a movie, I'm gonna get so blown up.
That wasn't a real dog.
You should have a real dog doing the voice. Dude.
strongly about the negative stereotype perpetuated by Apu from The Simpsons, he decided to make a documentary about the impact the cartoon character has had.
I should be completely happy, but there's still one man who haunts me.
Well, dude,
he was on David Letterman.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch that.
Yeah.
We are going to. Oh,
you know what? If you want to be happy, dude, get your fat ass off that bench and start doing something.
Yeah,
Instead of sitting in front
start
of
pumping iron.
Instead of sitting in front of a Burger King, drinking your shake or what the fuck you're doing, looking like a dope, do something.
We're gonna. You know what,
being a
Derek?
fat ass.
Derek, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put Apu up on the wall.
Yeah, let's
We're
do
putting
that.
Apu up on the wall.
We're putting Apu on the wall.
I
We're doing
fucking love Apu.
Yeah. You know what?
He's going on the
I'll have
fucking
to
wall.
dig through my Simpsons collection because I got the Apu figure. We could actually have the figurine.
All right. I might just go print a picture of Apu.
Yeah,
and put
print
on the
him out.
fucking wall. I don't give a fuck.
Print them out. You
I'm
know what?
fucking crazy.
This show is dedicated to Apu.
We're gonna dedicate
and
this episode.
and his memory.
Yeah.
This episode right here, because I have to say there's a lot of people that miss him. You know.
Yeah.
Nahasa Pima Pedalon.
Please pay for your purchases and get out and come again.
How many of you had to deal with being called a poo or that being referenced?
You're all liars, by the way.
Yeah.
All 4 of you, 5 of you.
Yeah.
cucks or liars.
Yeah.
None of you.
Oh, yeah.
I highly doubt anybody called any of you Apu.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I don't buy that.
Or yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get offended when it's like, oh, hey, pretty boy.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Why you call me that? Or assuming
Derek struggle with being way too good looking.
Yeah, or you're assuming I'm a privileged white man.
Yeah.
You know? Stop assuming that.
You and your big cock and
Yeah.
your nice
big cock and nice face, good, nice chest, hard nipples. Idiot. I want to suck it though.
Aired on True TV, Kondabolu has moved on to a Netflix stand-up special, tackling issues like race relations in the age of Trump.
Oh, of course he does.
Oh, that's where
heck, holy shit. Go fuck your mother,
What
Kondabolu.
an easy just bait right
That's
there.
one thing I am glad about Trump not being president anymore. All the fucking hacks.
Yeah.
The last 4 years that were just doing comedy based on Trump, which, by the way, none of it was funny.
Right.
None of it. It was just so
You know what? Honestly, it's
basic.
what a bad time because it got
It was a bad time for comedy.
a bad time. It's just like because it got bad on both ends. So you got psychos on the other end, and then on the other end where they're making fun of him doing this hacky comedy, doing this social justice warrior shit. And then you got these other people who are like QAnon retards that like that's dangerous too. Just as dangerous as these hacks. It's fucked up.
Know they're Trump supporters because after the hate crimes, they yell, Trump!
Do they?
Okay.
Is that what they do? They commit a hate crime and then they go, Trump!
You know
and then
what?
they
I'm
leave?
gonna go commit a love crime, and I'm gonna scream Trump afterwards.
A love crime.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna start doing love crimes instead of like breaking into someone's house, chopping them up. We're gonna break in their house, give them flowers, make them dinner.
Are you talking about rape, Derek?
But no rape. No rape. No sex involved unless they want it.
Okay.
Unless they've been needing it, they want it. We'll give it to them. Otherwise, no. We're just gonna treat them good, let them know that they're beautiful, and then give them a beautiful day. That's a love crime.
I would say rape would be a love crime.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking down that love
Oh,
crime.
all right. I just want to make sure. I was just
That's
checking.
a sex crime. There's a difference between love and sex.
All right, fair enough.
The world.
We met in Jackson Heights, a neighborhood in Queens with a high South Asian population. Kondabolu grew up near here. He has an unconventional background for a comedian. He worked as an immigrant rights organizer in Seattle and got his master's
And
in
he's a
human rights
pussy.
from the London
He really is.
Yeah.
Look what a flabby fuck he is, too.
I mean, like
Flabby fucking dork.
That's why. Because he's out of shape, flabby, and that's the reason he's a little cuck bitch. Because you know what? If he just worked out, was in good shape, and did something cool, he would have no problem.
Is there
with
anything
it.
you're offended by?
No.
I can't think of one fucking child porn.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay. Honestly, this is the few things that really will get me ticked off is like child porn, rape, and just really anything dealing with a child. Like if someone who like fucks with a child, hurts them, just torments a child. I can't stand for that. Or like molesting.
Or getting Pepsi instead of Coke.
Yeah, right. That's very offensive.
Child porn and that.
Pepsi instead of Coke. But and rape or really are just like treating women poorly really grinds my gears too. So
unless they're not listening.
Unless they're not listening to me, then that's a different story.
Yeah.
But
is dinner ready at 6?
Bitch, get
if
that
not,
fucking dinner ready.
It's getting the hand,
But it's
jokes, guys. They're all
Yeah,
jokes.
it's all jokes. But stuff with kids that will get me pissed. Rape, murder doesn't bother me though at all, unless it's someone totally innocent. But if you have a reason behind it, whatever, it's fine. Give me a good reason. That's all.
economics.
You get the full experience.
We sat down at a local Indian snack shop to talk about his new special and The Simpsons' response to his documentary.
I think, first of all, I was surprised The Simpsons even responded. Do you know what I mean? I made a film that I felt was heartfelt. And
Well, you did it to get the
very
response
genuine.
out of them and to get the character canceled. That's why you did it, dumbass.
Dude.
What else would be your fucking motive?
We gotta watch one of his comedy bits. We gotta see how funny
Yeah.
Hari Kondabolu's comedy special.
This guy is so terrible. We're 2 minutes 19 seconds into this clip.
I hate him.
This has probably been going on for over a half hour now.
let's-
About how much I'm bashing this motherfucker before I even see anything about him.
All right, let's just keep watching. We'll get through this.
And funny, and like a love letter to my community.
Because you're a fan of The Simpsons.
Love The Simpsons. Grew up on The Simpsons.
Do you? Mm-hmm. I don't think you do. How could you?
So if you
love The Simpsons and then you made a big stink about it, got
here's a question.
thrown off the show?
If you love something, are you gonna try to get him something kicked off the show or chastise him? No. You're an idiot, man.
The whole, again, if you're a fan of The Simpsons, you understand every single character is a stereotype.
Right, and
Homer is a stereotypical, stupid, middle-aged man with a family.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a stereotype.
Groundskeeper Willie is the most over-the-top stereotype of a Scotsman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So you don't see people getting
Fat Tony, over-the-top stereotype of Italians.
Yeah. Right, and they don't see those people getting bent out of shape.
Jesus
It's a
fucking
cartoon.
Christ, dude.
It's a cartoon.
Joke went over you.
Yeah, right.
I would say a ton of, a lot of my sensibilities come from watching that show every night when I was a kid, because of The Simpsons. So I imagine they would have come up with something clever, and instead it was just kind of like, we don't care. We don't care what you have to say. I don't even think they saw the movie.
Something that started decades ago and was applauded and inoffensive is now politically incorrect. What can you do?
Some things will be dealt with at a later date.
If at all.
Did it upset you?
The Simpsons did do a rebuttal.
Yeah.
So that was the rebuttal clip. I did see that episode just because I was curious.
Yeah.
But since then they have caved.
Oh, really?
They caved and they retired the character.
Damn.
And
dude, fuck this guy.
The fact that The Simpsons even I would not even.
I wouldn't even acknowledge him.
Acknowledge it. Don't even.
Because here's the thing.
Tell him to go blow himself.
If someone's out of line, and there's instances where things are out of line, yes, then it warrants either an apology or something to be corrected. But when something's not out of line, it doesn't need even a response. Apu is not out of line.
Apu really, they did that character beautifully.
Yeah.
Because there's, in the classic era of The Simpsons, there's about 3 or 4 really good episodes that were Apu-centric. The one being where Customs tries to send him back to his country, and then he's got to get his proper documentation, and Homer helps him. It's really one of the more heartfelt episodes.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, don't they go to India or something? It's funny, and it's a great episode. And again, of course there are jokes about him being Indian.
Yeah. But then there's also jokes about Homer being a fat, dumb white guy.
Yeah, really, the premise, again,
That's
if I
the
can go
premise
back,
of the fucking
the premise of the whole show is Homer, men, white men, are fat, bald, dumb idiots.
Yeah.
That's the whole joke of the show.
Yeah, and you know what? And there's truth within that, too.
There's some truth.
Yeah.
There is. Again, there's some truth in that, and there's some truth with Apu's stereotype. But again, The Simpsons is a fucking cartoon.
Right, exactly. This isn't
It's
like
a joke.
A serious drama.
It's a joke, guys.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
It's a joke, you guys.
It's a joke.
It upset me as a Simpsons fan, not so much as an Indian American. Lisa wouldn't say that.
You're not Indian American. You were born in the United States. You're just American.
Right.
Your parents are Indian American if they immigrated here. That's the other thing, by the way. Can I say this?
Yeah.
African American is incorrect.
You're just American.
You're just American.
So, 'cause
you're only African American if you're from Nigeria,
Right.
and you came here in your lifetime.
Yes, I don't refer to myself as anything like the country that I was not born in.
I'm not Greek American.
Yeah.
I'm just American. I was born here.
Just like
We
this
have-
guy.
we are
You're born
Greek
in this
descent.
country. He's American. Anyone.
Yeah.
You're just fucking American.
That honestly is one of the more irritating, common mistakes that people make when they say I'm an African American. You're not. First of all, you're black.
Yeah.
Secondly, you're not from Africa.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Your ancestors were from Africa. You were born here.
So I'm a Croatian American.
You're not. You're just American.
Right.
Exactly.
I consider myself full-blooded American. I have heritage that goes to these other countries, but my true heart and soul is in the United States, and I'm a true American.
I could give a fuck because we live in an area, by the way, where there's a ton of Greeks, and for some reason they're so proud of it, and they put up the Greek flag, and it's just all about being Greek all the time. I could give a flying fuck about being Greek.
Right.
I don't give a shit about it.
It's people act where it's like they're so offended by it. It's like, but you weren't offended by it for the last 30 years or whatever.
I know. That's what's so ridiculous about this. This is now within the last 5 years a problem.
Yeah.
Simpsons has been on since 1989.
So what about those other years? No one ever made a big shit.
If we're gonna have an issue with Apu,
because
literally every character should be just banished.
We live in an attention-seeking culture, and this is what this is.
Yeah.
So you could.
This guy. Here's my conspiracy theory. No one was watching his shitty little Netflix special or him on David Letterman or any other dumb little thing he was doing on TV.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm of Indian descent. I wonder how I can get attention for myself. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'll latch myself onto Apu, and the media will eat that up, and I'll get on TV, and then because you saw that they put his little Netflix, a little blurb by his Netflix special, and people go, "Oh, check that out."
You know, it'd be funny if he can't get any job in his career field or whatever.
He can't.
And here's the thing: he has a great opportunity to own a convenience store. And he buys a convenience store, and he becomes very successful at the convenience store.
Yeah, his natural Indianness comes out.
Yeah, right.
He's in there mopping. That cook, I'm not getting. No.
Man, that'd be kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Because maybe open his mind. It's like it's not that big of a deal. I need to calm down.
I mean, honestly, I think every stereotype of Apu on that show is actually positive because he's educated. There's that one episode where he had to go back to school and get his legal citizenship. He had to go get educated. Yeah. You know, and often in the show, right, if him and Homer are on a side adventure, Homer is the foil. He looks like an idiot in every scenario. Apu's the smart guy. They make the immigrant look like when it
comes to this stuff, it's like if it is being truly hateful and wrong, then yes, people can make a stink about it. But I see nothing hateful and wrong.
It's just not like it's not, and they do it in such a tasteful way.
Yeah,
it's such a well written show. And now I'm talking obviously seasons 2 through 10.
Yeah.
All right. I mean anything past like season 11ish. That's when the great decline.
I started to peter off at that point in time.
So I mean the show. I actually with the as much of a Simpsons fanboy I claim to be. More than half the show now is dog shit.
Well, that's like with any good show or any good band. Like they have their masterpieces, but then eventually either they sell out or they just don't.
They're too big now.
They don't have They don't have the same juice they once had.
No, they're way too big. Let's try to get through this.
Yeah.
What went through your mind?
You know, it would have been great if he said that to me in the film, but I thought it was really gracious and thoughtful, and he definitely had thought about like the reason why this is important to us is we wanted to be seen as valid. You also got a sense that Hank doesn't make these choices.
Are you sure you want a child, Apu?
You know I do.
I mean, there comes a time in a man's life when he asks himself.
Oh my God, she's gonna be like, yeah, and that's us, right?
Ganges.
So that's you guys.
Today you look like Apu today somehow.
No, that's not funny.
Oh my God, your own mother said you look like Apu.
Yes.
You fucking dork.
Yes, I love that. Oh. Thank God his mother has a sense of humor.
Oh my God.
Thank God.
His mom was like, that's funny actually.
You know, but he needs to change his tampon. That's the fucking reason right there.
God. Sensitive bitch you are, dude. Your own fucking mother is way cooler than you are.
Wow. Yeah, props to his mom.
Exactly.
Props
Shout out to your mom.
Calling your son out for being a total douche.
That was great.
That was amazing.
Identify with that character in any way?
No, I don't think so.
Does it bother you at all that it's a white actor that does the voice of Apu?
Hank Azaria is a talented guy.
Wow.
Yes.
They paid him, he did it. And he did it good.
I still remember.
So basically, his parents are not on his side.
Yeah, right. I love
that. Was so great, and I got that on camera too.
Yeah,
the camera should be like, "Why are we here? What is this?"
That shows you how stupid this guy's fucking point is.
Oh my God, his own parents were like, "That was pretty." Like,
and then she said, "You look like a poo."
You look exactly. He does look like a poo.
Wow, that's amazing.
Pull your pants all the way up to your nipples. You look exactly like him.
Yeah, well, props to his mom for having a sense of humor and realizing that this is not an issue. This is no big deal.
She should be like, "Son, you need to focus on your career and get a life.
Right.
Also, get some pussy.
Get some pussy. Hit the gym. Do something.
Come like Arnold Schwarzenegger does.
Yeah, right.
When he's pumping iron.
There was a kid in high school, Ian. I won't say his last name, but you know, I mean, Apu's catchphrases were used as a bludgeon against all South Asians at the time.
Yeah.
It was just, it wasn't that.
Oh, it's because only these South Asians, only people that get bullied in school.
Exactly.
Everyone gets bullied.
Who hasn't been bullied?
Yeah.
I've been called every name under the book you can think of.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Someone's called fat. Should we take all fat people out of television now? I mean, come on.
A put down, right? It was kind of cheap, and
right.
As a brown kid, you're like, "That's all you got," you know? It's sort of.
Well, and that is.
It's still funny though. I mean, is that all you got? Well, I don't know. It works.
Yeah,
so,
right.
What do you want me to do here?
Yeah.
Write you a special just to bully you?
Right. Come on.
They always say that too. Oh, is that all you got?
Yeah. But it's like they act like this is the only people getting bullied in school. Everyone gets bullied.
If that's the worst, honestly, dude, if that's the worst thing, you got bullied over.
Yeah, you should be
being
thankful.
compared to Apu. I mean, for real.
You should be thankful.
Seriously.
I don't think there's any kid going home at night and trying to kill himself because someone said thank you, come again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody knew much about us. One thing that I've heard a lot of is, well, The Simpsons makes fun of everybody, and that can be true of any kind of comedian. Like, if you make fun of everybody, it's equal opportunity offense. What's your problem? Why can't you take a joke? I can take a joke, first of all.
You can't. Yeah. Why then? What are you talking about?
Why
you have this whole fucking PBS documentary that apparently you can't take a joke.
Yeah, right.
It says the problem with Apu. Apparently you can't take a joke.
Yeah, the problem with the poo is that he personally cannot take a joke.
No.
That's the problem with the poo.
Dude, get a tampon for real.
Yeah, right. God, he's like menstruating so hard.
Oh,
it's disgusting.
God.
It's been the same joke over and over again for 30 years.
It's not been. They've done 5 episodes on Apu in the 90s. Like Apu makes.
There's no way this guy has a girlfriend because nobody would ever want to put up with it.
Would you fuck that face?
I don't even want to look at him.
Look at him. Look at that chubby face.
God, the fact that he's ugly and fat, but second off, that his attitude and his mindset is just so cringeworthy that unless you have some sort of brain dead invalid as a girlfriend, fucking A.
Well, it's like I know the punchline already. Like, what else do you got? And the second thing is, it's not really a fair fight if I'm not allowed to respond. The media wasn't talking about this or giving us opportunities. And secondly,
because who are you?
Yeah, right.
Who gives a fuck about you?
Yeah. No one wants to hear your because there's
and
no reason for a response.
They aren't giving you a response. You're on PBS, motherfucker.
Yeah. And then you got this fucking character canceled off his show.
God, he's saying this with a straight face.
Yeah.
And this idiot interviewing him is not challenging him on any
I'm sorry,
points.
but there's no way he could sleep well at night. There's no way.
I'm sure he does. He's a retard.
Well, if he's one of these social justice warrior type people, then he's probably so proud of himself.
This guy
all alone by himself with nobody to talk to, and he's just like, I finally did it. I finally got my attention because I'm an attention-seeking whore. Because otherwise, I'm not good at anything.
The stand-up comedy game is fucked because it's filled with these losers like this.
Yeah.
Right? That call themselves comedians, but there's nothing about this guy that's funny. If you hung out with this guy, could you imagine him making you laugh?
No.
Think about it.
And first off, like the fact that he would get into these types of elements would just grind my gears so hard. Be like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about this.
Yeah.
8 years old.
You also point out that there is a long history of minstrelsy in this country, but it seems Apu has not changed or evolved.
Yes.
I'm going to challenge that. A long history of minstrelsy? Was that a word? You mean there's a history of the minstrel? You know what minstrel shows
yeah, like
are.
the puppet things or whatever.
No. The minstrel is like when white guys would put black faces on. That's a minstrel show.
Is that it?
Yeah, they just said there's a long history of it.
Yeah.
I think that was like in the 30s.
Yeah, that was
in 20s.
That was a long time ago when things were actually a problem.
Yeah, so I don't think that shit has existed since then. I don't recall classic sitcom television having minstrel shows.
How come nobody comes down on that White Girls movie?
Because it was black guys that wrote it. It was the Wayans brothers that wrote it.
If people get offended by poo, shouldn't people be getting offended by that?
No, because you can attack. White people are up for. You can attack them all day. No one's gonna
about anything all day long.
That's the hypocritical thing is they're whining and bitching about this, but again, White Girls, the film by the Wayans brothers, that can exist because it's black people making fun of white people. If the roles were reversed, you could never get away with that in a million years.
Right, and here's the thing with the White Girls, I have no problem with that.
Neither do I. They look funny.
But here's the thing.
White girls should be made fun of.
Here's the thing. At this point in time, someone should make a big deal of it because all these other fuckers are making big deals about this shit. It's just like, everyone shut up already. You know? God. Just everyone shut up. That's plain and simple. Just shut the fuck up.
Time that he has been in America.
I mean, I think the strange thing is I think a character like Apu wouldn't probably be made today in that form because it's so basic. But The Simpsons is 30 years old.
It's not basic. He's really one of the more well-rounded side characters on the show.
Yeah.
They didn't give fucking Groundskeeper Willie that kind of background.
He just did Is That All You Got to him by saying it's basic.
It's not basic. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's not at all.
So why are you offended by something basic? Because something basic usually implies like there is no brain involved with it.
Well, I honestly question whether or not he's watched the show. It's not basic because they've given the character depth.
It's so warm here. This chocolate's like melting.
Oh, don't you like it that way though? Don't you love it melting all over your
It's like
fingers?
eating poop. It really is.
Well,
it's got poop consistency.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good though, right?
Oh, I love it. Look at that on my fingers and everything. Just imagine I'm eating an old dookie right now.
Yeah.
This character was kind of grandfathered in.
You know that a white guy does the voice?
You were one of the first comics I remember seeing that actively chose not to do Indian accents.
First of all, I'm not really good at doing accents.
So you're not talented then.
Right.
If you were good at it, you'd be getting jobs.
You're just a moron.
You
just
suck balls.
You have no self-awareness to where you realize you suck so bad you shouldn't be in the comedy field.
Yeah.
So why would I go with something that isn't my strength? If I'm
Being funny is not your strength.
No, yeah.
Hank
Being a
Azaria's
fucking loser is your
impression,
strength,
which
though.
is just his impression of Peter Sellers' impression, which is just his impression of some Indian dude he met once, maybe. And another is, you know, I feel like my parents and a lot of immigrants already get made fun of for their accents. And there's a
Because it's silly.
Yeah.
They go come again. That's funny. That's so funny. Sorry.
When it comes down to accents, you don't have to be immigrant. Like New York, Boston, even Cleveland has accents. They're all funny to make fun of.
Honestly, people with Boston accents sound like retards.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the car. You sound like idiots over there. Sorry.
No one's getting bound on shit about that.
No.
and that's a way of silencing people. Yeah. I don't want to further that.
How do you see this documentary and this in the context of a larger conversation about immigration right now?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a convenience store owner, for example, but what does a real convenience store owner have to say? What are their stories? There's a million stories in this country that have not been told because we tell the same stories over and over again. If we were able...
So you mean to tell me you think every convenience store owner has an interesting story to tell? I hate to break this to you, buddy, but people are not as interesting as you think. Most people are fucking bores. That's why stereotypes ring true.
Yeah, and first off, it'd be different if the show, The Simpsons, was strictly about Apu and just made him super He's just a side character in the show.
Yeah.
He's like thinking like, oh my God. He's thinking too deep into this.
He wants, Derek, again, he wants to be, first of all, he wants 5 minutes of fame. That's what he wants. But he wants to be a victim so bad.
Right.
Because it gives him a little bit of power. Just a little bit. You can go, well, I'm an Indian. We don't talk like that. Even though your parents talk exactly like Apu.
And just joked around about it.
Yeah. But, oh God, this fucking guy.
This guy is honestly a loser.
So angry right now.
I know, it's terrible.
Humanize each other and humanize immigrants, I think it would be harder to be okay with large groups of people being sent away, our neighbors being deported, families being split up.
We need John Brown white people that will sacrifice their money for the movement. We need John Brown white people
Who
that
the
will
fuck is
sacrifice
John
their
Brown?
power for the movement. We need John Brown white people.
Is this a comedy show? Like, he's just yelling at people.
Or is this some sort of...
This is his bit? When
people come down on white people, you're just being racist, honestly.
For real.
That's really what this is. This is what this is. Because if I was to go up there and say that about anybody else, I'd get murdered.
Yeah. How is this a comedy show, by the way?
Right. If I was...
Sounds like he's lecturing the crowd.
I would leave. I would be like, this is bullshit.
Sacrifice their lives for the movement. The people of color.
Well, I think he's involved with the cult.
I also hate people of color. I refuse to say that.
Yeah.
I don't. That term has come about in the last 10 years.
Right, because once again, it includes everybody besides white people. So,
I don't know that. It just sounds dumb.
It does.
Colors people.
Because then if you called someone colored, that would be bad.
Well, there's no difference between the two terms. People of color, colored people.
It'd be like, oh, that's that colored individual over there.
Yeah.
You would get murdered. But if you're like, he's a person of color,
yeah.
Oh, let's all hold hands and march down the street.
Yeah, there's no... Honestly, guys, listen. If you're watching the show, listen. There's no difference between those two terms. Person of color, colored person.
Yeah.
What is the difference? Other than they sound different. They mean the same fucking thing. They're repackaging terms now so you will comply.
Yeah. Dude, this
It's all about comply with us, our ideology.
Yeah.
You will listen and do as you're told. I'm not saying person of color. I'm going to say black people.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'd be like to see the black guy out there, or the Mexican guy, or the brown guy, or the white guy, whatever, the Irish guy, the Boston guy.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, people, when you're listening to this segment, wake up and join the real world where we're at.
Exactly.
Don't join this guy's.
Derek, we're in the real world.
You're gonna wake up one day if you live this guy's life, and you're gonna see that it was all a sham. It was all fucking sham.
Again, I would love to know, how did this guy make it in comedy? Who's backing him?
Because he bitched enough, and they're afraid that they're gonna get lambasted on the news.
Who goes to this show? We are gonna watch. We're gonna switch up. I had more videos, but we're gonna watch one of his comedy segments. I gotta see it now. Gotta see how funny fucking Hari Kondabolu is.
It's gonna be terrible.
By the way, dude, change your name a little bit to a stage name. I have a very ethnic last name.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare put that on people to try to pronounce.
Yeah.
I'm not that inconsiderate. I have my little name that it's easier. It sounds artsy.
Yeah, you ever
It's Paris Adrian. I would never bore you with my ethnic last name.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
No, that makes sense. A lot of famous people have stage names because whatever their name was, either it just didn't sound like a movie star or it was hard to pronounce.
I got a better name for you. Harry Powers.
Yeah.
Does that sound better?
Yeah. How about Harry?
Not Harry Kondabolu. Unless you're Vin Diesel, go back to your original name. Mark Sinclair.
Yeah.
Sounds way better.
Vin Diesel. So, man.
We have a role in this as well. We're going to tweet about it and write Facebook posts.
Kondabolu's stand-up often mentions his mom.
For a woman in southern India
Mama's
in the
boy.
70s to have her own practice as a doctor, I mean, that wasn't a common thing, and to be that, it's a huge deal. And then to have to give it up because you're getting married and then you're raising kids and you have to pick a different life. My mom had this incredible sense of humor.
Wait a minute. You made it sound like she had a gun to her head.
Yeah, what's he talking
What are you
about?
talking about, dumb fuck?
She was
Your mom fell in love with your dad, or
Yeah.
maybe it was arranged. It was probably arranged. And they came to no one had a gun to her head to do anything.
Right.
Enough with that. Made it sound like she was put in a concentration camp and was forced to have kids.
Yeah, and she sounds like a very intelligent woman.
Yeah, your mom's fine.
Yeah.
Your mom, I don't know. Why are you so fucking stupid? And your mom seems like a nice lady.
I love his mom because the fact that he asked the question immediately.
She couldn't even go along for 5 seconds with his little fucking thing that he's doing.
Because she sees this bullshit.
Yeah.
It's the con artist thing.
His
Same
mom-
with the car salesman, the con artist.
His mom is awake, and she's just sitting there like, no, that's us. That was funny.
Yeah. Right.
You kind of look like Apu, actually.
She's like, I'm not going to let that ruin my day.
Yeah,
'cause
why
I
would
got
you
other
care about
things.
this?
I got
Go-
other things to worry about.
Fucking worry about your career, son. You know?
Yeah. It's a pathetic, desperate move on his part. Pathetic, desperate move.
At the end of the day, the biggest offense here is, are you funny?
Right, and you know
Be
what?
funny.
And I guarantee you, I'd bet everything I own on it that he has erectile dysfunction.
I hope so.
Because
if he has a, if he
this
even
is how
has a
someone
penis.
with a limp dick would act, because you don't have the defense of getting your dick hard, so you're gonna just fucking act like this.
For her to survive. I think the mom stuff on my albums and on my special to me are really important, partly because you hear about the immigrant parent in different people's specials and they're just accents.
If you want to know a stereotype about Indian people that not everybody knows, it's this. Indian people love mangoes, right? You might be thinking, well, hurry, I love mangoes. No, you don't. My father ate a mango in 1973 that he bought at a roadside stall in India.
What's he trying to say?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Wait, what the fuck about the mangoes? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Is this like a true stereotype, or is he just making this up? What the fuck?
We're about to find out.
Okay.
Story is the mango was very juicy. That's the whole story.
Did you think
I didn't really.
I did not. I did not grasp that at all.
No.
That made no fucking sense.
If you're a stand-up comedian, be funny. Don't lecture the audience.
Yeah.
For one, don't. If you have some agenda, it better be wrapped up with like some hilarious jokes.
That's a great point. Whatever you're doing, don't fucking lecture people.
Yeah.
Like, especially at a comedy show. My God.
God, people want to.
You know
people
what?
want to go to a comedy show. They want to let loose. They want to hear you say horrible. If I go to a comedy show, say the most horrid things you could think of.
Right. Actually, you're gonna offend me with that shit. But like, if you do the most sensitive, it's not gonna bother me.
Yeah.
But lecturing me is And if we ever feel like we're lecturing you guys, it's because you need to listen
It's
to
because
us.
you need to hear it.
Yeah, you need to hear it. This is the
Yeah.
fucking truth. This is the real world. It's not a lecture. We're just speaking the truth to you. So listen and abide by as we say. Simple as that.
Comply.
Comply. Compliance. So it should say compliance department up here.
We should get one of those. I don't know, like those electronic signs with like the words that go across.
Yeah.
You know what am I?
Oh,
what is that?
like the ticker or whatever.
A
they're
ticker.
called.
Yeah. Just says obey.
Yeah. Obey. Comply.
Subscribe. Obey.
Comply.
Yeah.
Bow down.
Funny for the rest of America as it was probably for South Asians watching it?
I think that it was really successful.
Do you even think of Indians as Asians?
Dude, I've never once heard the.
They technically are because they are in Asia.
Yeah.
But I don't think of them
I
as
just call them just Indians, I guess.
Yeah, I know. They're so PC that they're referring to themselves as South Asians.
You know what? How about let's get so PC. Whatever in our DNA and our chromosomes makes us identify as whatever race, we'll just start being like, I'm CYN903.
Yeah, it's all about dulling you guys down.
Yeah.
That's what the whole thing is. Let's get through this because let me finish that statement. We have like 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
Part because it must seem absurd to people. A fruit? When I started writing comedy, I always thought, what is going to make the majority white audience laugh? Yeah. That's what mainstream means, right? And after a while...
What?
So
make the majority of the white audience laugh?
See, that's
Isn't he just being like reverse?
You know, yeah, exactly. People are trying to solve racism, but it's what they're doing is even creating a bigger divide by dividing white people
he
between
himself,
everything.
He just said like he literally just reversed.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. He's so dumb he doesn't even know he's racist.
Okay, people. This is how we end racism. First off,
Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up.
It's over.
It's over. It's done with.
No one is
the end.
No one is being brought down. No one's being victimized by the white man is not the boogeyman.
Yeah,
guys.
I'm sick of being like hearing the white man. The white man.
Yeah.
I've never done anything.
In fact,
in my fucking life.
here, can I will complain about white people for a moment. Two things about them: they're embarrassing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they embarrass themselves.
They're like the cheese ball people.
They're cornballs.
Yeah.
Right. Have you ever seen white people dance at a wedding?
Yeah. Right.
Holy fucking shit.
They got no moves. They're dorky and
Yeah.
it's like
White people are embarrassing, and the other thing is white people are nice, and they don't want to offend anybody.
Right.
So they take it up the ass constantly. White people don't give their opinions on anything, by the way. They're super fucking phony as hell.
Oh yeah, super phony.
Yeah.
And now we're getting the divide where the white people are joining their side.
Yeah.
And they're being like, yeah, look at these white people.
Yeah.
Stop with the white people shit.
Enough with that
I
already.
don't like being lumped into that or like where I'm the source of all your problems. You know, all the sources of all your problems
Are your
is
own.
you.
Yeah, it's you.
You could solve anything.
Yeah.
No one's holding a gun to your head. The only person that's holding the gun is yourself.
You want to expand and be like, well, I'm a full person. I have a culture. I have things that shape me into what I am. How come I'm not talking about these things?
In Jackson Heights, New York, for the PBS NewsHour, the other Hari in the
Well, they're
story,
eating at an Indian
Francis
restaurant. Is that like stereotypical?
By the way, Indian food. Do you like Indian food?
It depends. It could be pretty intense.
It's so spicy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But here's the thing about this.
It's good though.
Look at the like to dislike ratio. It's got including myself, 3,500 dislikes.
Could you comment go fuck yourself?
You can't. That's the other thing. They turned off the comments.
Wow.
That's pretty fucking telling, guys.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right? The people don't like this. They don't agree with
right,
it.
Exactly. If you're turning off your comments, that means nobody likes you.
You're running away from the truth.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, no, it's not that you're running away from the truth. They may very well know what the people like, but they're forcing this agenda down people's throats.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty telling that they turned off the comments. They didn't want to hear it.
Right. Well, he has his opinion and outlook on things, but they're not letting anyone else voice their opinions.
Because everybody in the comment section would shit all over him.